Hello, everybody. This is Bill Margolin with yet another scary story from the archives of the West End House Camp. Tonight, we're going to talk about The Guardian, which is perhaps the scariest story of all, and is one that really caused me to fear for my life. But before I tell the story, I want to tell you there's some other good stories coming up. The story of Thomas Woodsum and the strange carving on the road that never ends. Ron and Volk and the disappearance of Jesse Weiss the camper. The Lost City, where Ian Finn was taken away and not seen again for an hour. Lots of good stories coming up, so stay tuned. But The Guardian is one that was really a scary one. Many years ago, on the road after Pickled Fingers, you take a left at Pickled Fingers' house, there are three houses. The middle house belonged to a man named Bert Day. Bert Day was a farmer in the area, and in the real early days, he rented the field across his house to the guys from the West End House to play ball on. This is before we owned the land where the ball fields are. Bert Day was a kindly man. He was a good guy. And he had one son, Roland Day. Roland was a tall, strapping guy, a little bit under the weather sometimes, a little bit strange, but he was a good guy, very loyal to his father, Bert Day. Bert Day was a man who was sick sometimes. In later years, he lost his wife and just lives alone with Roland. One day, as he felt bad, he felt he was going to die. And he said to Roland, "Listen, there's a graveyard up the hill where all our relatives are buried. I want you to guard that graveyard after I die. I want to make sure at night that nobody goes near there, nobody desecrates it, nobody ruins it. It's sacred ground." And Roland promised that he would be the guardian of the graveyard. Bert Day died. And many years later, Roland Day died also. Now, I did not know about this graveyard at all until one time I went to a service there. Some years ago, we had a counselor, Ralph Day, who was a member of the Day family, just a relative. And he died tragically in a car accident some years ago. And the family cremated him, and I was invited to the service in his honor up at the graveyard. Now, if you go to the road that takes you to the campsite, and you continue straight on the road instead of taking left to the campsite. Go up the hill, there's a gravestone in the middle of nowhere. And on the gravestone are inscribed the names of people whose ashes are buried there. I went to the service and I was very impressed by it. And I remembered later the story about Roland Day being the guardian of the gravesite. And I decided to tell the campers the story one night of the gravesite. Now, it wasn't always a pleasant story, and I was afraid of running into Roland Day, but I figured I'd chance it. I had three friends that came up from Boston, three adults, to listen to the story. One was Shlomo Pincus, who worked for the Secret Service in Israel for many years. One was Joe Anderson, who was a Korean expert. He was in the Korean War, and he was an intelligence expert. And the other was Mike Enright, who was head of the security system at WGBH. These three men came with me and with the campers to see the story of the Guardian. So I told the story of the Guardian at camp, and then we went to the campsite. Now, to get to the campsite from the graveyard from the campsite, we drove down the road to a certain point. I drove up the road with one of the campers who was on crutches, and we waited for the campers to walk up from the hill. They camped down at the campsite and they walked up the hill, which was about a 10-minute walk. Now, I was told that if the Guardian appeared, he said the word Salam Omega, it would drive him away. Salam is the Arabic word for peace, and Omega is the last word of the Greek alphabet, meaning death. What those two words together mean, I don't know, but I was told that it would drive the Guardian away if he attacked me. So this is the scene. I'm up at the graveyard, somewhat close to the grave, with another camper who's on crutches, and the kids and my friends from Boston are walking up the hill from the parking lot down near the campsite. They all come up the hill, and I reiterate the story about the Guardian, and we see this gravestone there. I go up to the gravestone, I read some of the names on the gravestone, which are names that like Ralph Day and Roscoe Day and Russell Day, etc. I read those names. As I go back and ready to go, somebody comes out of the bushes. "What are you doing here?" "We meant no harm, sir." "What are you doing here? I told you not to come here. Do not come here at night." And it's the Guardian. And he started attacking me. And I said, "Salam Omega, Salam Omega." And the kids all yelled, "Salam Omega." And he's attacking me. I said to the kids, get back to camp, get back to camp. They all ran back to camp, and I was left alone with the Guardian. This was very scary for me, and we wrestled for a while, and finally I said to him, look, we meant no harm. I just wanted to tell the kids the story. He said, don't you ever come back here at night. During the daytime is all right, don't you ever come back here at night. Otherwise, I will attack the camp, and I'll get you all. And somehow, I closed my eyes, and I found myself back at camp up in the fields. I don't know how I got there. I walked down the inner path, and all the campers were down there scared. Counselors were at the gates with baseball bats ready to attack anybody. A very scary situation. And my friends from Boston were very amazed by this story. Now, Josh Daigle, who was a counselor then, captured this on film. And at the end of this story, we'll show the film of my being attacked by the Guardian and the kids running down the field. This was a very real thing. The Guardian is out there and he guards the gravestone. And sometimes when the kids go overnight to camp out, as it's getting dark, I'll bring them up to the Guardian's gravesite. But we don't go there too late at night because we don't want to be attacked again. As I tell the story now, I'm very calm and very secure. But when I told the story then, and I actually saw the Guardian, who was this tall, dirty-looking guy with a long beard and a big hacksaw scythe or something in his hand to attack me, I was very, very scared. I was lucky not to be killed, and the campers were lucky not to be hurt. I thank Josh Daigle for taking the video of this. You see me being attacked by the Guardian, and you see the kids yelling to Salam Omega and running back. It was a very real story, but now if I bring the kids up to the graveyard, I do it during the daytime, or it's just getting dark when I know I'm safe. But if it's late at night, I don't go anywhere near the place. The Guardian is out there, and in his honor, there's a road near the camp named Roland Day Road. He's a real person, and may he rest in peace. Thank you.
Bill wants us to hurry up. Oh, God.
Where's the car?
Flashlights off.
Okay, let's get these guys out real quickly. Hey, listen. I don't know if he's out there. I don't know if he can hear us. Listen, it's very important that if he shows himself, you do not go near him. Do I have your word?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now, I'm going to take Josh with me to go up to see what the names are, and then we'll go up individually. Just come up with me. Just stay where you are. Do not go, Josh. This is Day, Ralph Roscoe. This is the parents. Bernice Bailey, that's the name I couldn't think of. Okay, around the back is Russell and Roger Wilson, 1926 to 1983, I guess it is. Russell Roscoe, 1919 to 1989. These are the American flags that signified their service in the military. This is the lantern that obviously appears every night because it's not here in the daytime. And this is the legend of the Roland Day. Now, if you want to come up slowly, you can look at it and then we're going out again. This guy is not appearing in that candle. Okay, Joe, Mike. Whoa.
Guys, stay back.
Roland! Roland Day!
Who's there?
Oh
my God. Who comes to my brother's grave?
Roland. Go. It's all, Roland. Bill, I meant no harm.
Yo, put the flashlight.
Go. Roland.
Go back.
Go. Walk. Hey, watch out for Chris. Come on, Bill. Let's leave. Let's leave, Bill.
Roland, you know me. It's all right. Guys, let's go.
Walk. Get out of here.
Get out.
You got to stay.
Roland.
Take all these with you right now and go. Never come back.
Solom Omega! Solom Omega!
Rest in peace. Go now.
Go back. Go back. Go back.
Go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Go back. Go back.
Hey, Bill.
Walk the kids back. Walk. Go with the kids. Go. Go. Go.
See you later, Chris. Yo, how scary was that? Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Go back.
Not return.
I will not. I will not. I'm going.
Yo, let's go. Let's go.
8.